Hello everybody out there, Chris and Mike here, and we are back once again with more coverage from
E3.
That's right, and in this video we are going to be talking about Microsoft. So this isn't just a...
There are lots of stuff that came out on Microsoft.
And there's a reason for that. This is not a game company, this is a game outlet, a game system, console, however you want to call it. So I really like the way they opened it up. You had taken notes about how they opened it.
Yes. Actually, the first thing I gotta say is the Halo Infinite. That blew me away when I saw Master Chief when he held his helmet and everything. I was like,
knew it.
Whoa.
When I heard the music, I knew it, but I'm actually surprised they're not calling it Halo 6. It's Infinite.
They're not, but I think I heard it was later this year. Like, they didn't say in the beginning when, like in the middle, sort of. But
I don't even think it's gonna be. I don't even think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. My prediction is holiday 2019.
Probably, maybe, because there's lots of hype for...
If it was ready to come out for this holiday season, we would have seen gameplay.
That is true, so maybe it might be holiday of 2019.
I think next year at E3
Yes.
we're going to be seeing some gameplay, so that's already something to look forward to at E3 2019.
Yeah, but in this Microsoft conference, they had actually 50 games, 18 exclusives, and 15 world premieres. So there's a lot of stuff that take down 2 pages worth.
I'll tell you, the exclusivity was really, really needed because at this point, everybody was saying last year at E3 they didn't have enough exclusives. And to be fair, with all the exclusives that they've released so far, State of Decay is doing pretty well. I mean, it's got its ups and downs, but Sea of Thieves, which was last year's big thing from them, kind of bombed, and people are still kind of... I mean, I feel, and with Sea of Thieves, just to kind of, play devil's advocate, both sides of the coin, it was a base game that has add-on DLC for free. Right. So already we've got 1 DLC. We'll talk more. There was more stuff revealed here at the convention, so I won't talk about it yet. But I feel like with Sea of Thieves, they did say it was going to be released as a base game, and then as the lifeline of the game continued, we were going to get more stuff added and for free. So I can't fault Rare for giving us a base game and then slowly adding new stuff, but a lot of people, it was kind of a turn off. So really, I felt when going into this conference, Xbox had to pull out all the stops, and from the beginning, with the Halo tease or the reveal of Halo Infinite, and then the promise of 50 games, and how many of them were exclusive again? 18?
Yeah, 18 exclusives.
18 exclusives. That was huge. And I know a lot of people were very excited about some of the... I mean, it was literally almost every other trailer was world premiere or console or exclusive game, exclusive to the console. Exactly. And it was awesome. One thing I did notice, though, PlayStation, after the Xbox conference, any game that wasn't exclusive to the Xbox, slowly they started putting up the reveal trailers.
Exactly. So let's start off with the exclusive that's coming to the Xbox Store of 2019, Aura. Or Ori. Yeah, Ori. Now, I kind of like the gameplay of it. Like, it looked good.
I wasn't as interested with Ori. It reminded me of Oni, and Oni was, once again, another game that we got on the PlayStation Plus for free.
I don't know, like, something about the story and the way the character was doing, like, all the moves and tactics. I thought the graphics and everything looks good for that.
It does look good. I mean, all we got was a trailer. Anything I didn't put notes down on.
I mean, you have your opinions, too. I mean, I'm just saying, in my opinion.
We all have different tastes in games, so I'm glad you found something interesting.
But this world premiere, Sekiro, Shao's Die Twice, the samurai game that's coming 2019, I gotta say, that was epic. The whole samurai thing. I mean...
I was 50-50 with that as well.
Okay, well, why'd you feel 50-50?
I wanted more. All we got from the first 2 games was like trailer and teaser. Or really just a trailer. We didn't get to see gameplay. So you want to see the gameplay. The first one I'm pretty sure will never be my interest, but the second one I wanted gameplay. If I would have had a little bit more gameplay or something, I might have been more interested, because I love samurais.
But the story about the whole samurai thing was like really amazing. And then the other world premiere was the Fallout 76,
which I feel bad, but not really, because when they showed they actually showed the trailer, and then they came out and talked about it briefly. They didn't mention the Bethesda conference that was going to happen.
Which will be in the next video.
We will be doing that. I mean, we will be recording it immediately after this. It'll be going up probably immediately after this video as well. which I feel like they took one of the big heavy hitters from Bethesda, and that's what started worrying me about the Bethesda conference. We won't talk about that here. We'll talk about it in the next video. But I was worried that they mentioned it here.
Yes, but you could pre-order Fallout 76 on June 15th in the Xbox store.
Yeah, we already pre-ordered it from Amazon. I pre-ordered it the moment it was mentioned, without knowing anything, and then I figured I'd cancel if I didn't like it. And from the trailer, I mean, we'll talk more about this with Bethesda because we got more with Bethesda. But from what they said, one thing that was mentioned that I took notes on was it's going to be 4 times bigger than the current Fallout 4. That was huge. That was something huge there. And this is the origin. This takes place all the way at the beginning. It's the very first vault that was opened after the atomic bomb.
Yes, and the next world premiere was Captain Spirit, which is coming on June 18th.
I thought that was intuitive. I like that.
It was more
one.
like a comic-like thing, like as a kid as a superhero, and then this whole
It's
story.
coming out in June also, by the way.
I said June 18th.
Yeah, and it's free.
Yeah, and you could download for free. So I thought it was okay, the story. I mean, it looked very promising to all of us, so definitely...
The game reminded me of when I was a kid. I remember, having these imaginary adventures.
To pretend to be a superhero.
And then
Lots of
you're
kids
going into this
sometimes have
boy's
that.
mind and you're living his imagination and his adventure. And I like that, and I like the
and
promotion
we
of
could
it.
get to imagination because not a lot of kids nowadays use their imagination.
Well,
some
yes,
use,
but
I'm just
not
saying,
too many anymore because
not too many
basically
anymore,
everybody's
yeah.
doing the imagining for them. But this game really caught my eye, and it's free. That was another huge plus for me. I like that. I like that a lot of the things they announced were either free or there was going to be betas or to some capacity there was something for everybody.
Yes. And then we have more exclusives that are that you could play, like the with the Game Pass launch as well. Like
oh yeah, they talked about the Game Pass.
Yeah, like Crackdown 3. It reminded me of Cyborg from Justice League America, like the way his character was and all that stuff.
The only thing I walked away with this from was we finally got an idea of when it was coming out, which is February 2019. In February, after the past 2 conferences, I'm telling you now, I know February is going to drain our pockets. Because 90% of the games that we're talking about here, 90% of the games that were talked about on EA, 90%... No, not 90. A good amount of the games that have been talked about thus far, the past 2 days, are coming out somewhere in the vicinity of February. Which is bad and good. A lot of the games we know when they're coming. And it's bad because February is going to be an expensive month, but after February, basically everything is going to just trickle in or whatever after that.
And then there was the Xbox One.
Wait. With Crackdown,
oh, I know.
What were your thoughts on it? Because I'm kind of on the fence with Crackdown. I watched the gameplay. It looks interesting, but so did that other game that we never got. That was from the people that made Saints Row, and that game was just a rinse and repeat over and over and over again.
Like, I kind of like the whole gist of, you're playing as this guy in a robot suit, and you're using, all these different...
Cybernetic suit. It wasn't a robot suit.
Yeah. And you're using, all these different powers to try to control, whether it be the city or whether it be, a mission you're doing. It kind of felt like that part of it when I watched it. So I walked away saying, this game looks like it's going to be average. So I figure, maybe.
It's a maybe game.
It's a maybe game.
I think even though it's a big title, it's a maybe game for me as well because I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it yet. Maybe with more gameplay, maybe more something. We'll see. But the next thing was am I right?
Yeah, the Xbox One enhanced of Nier...
The Xbox One X.
Xbox One X enhanced. It's called Nier Automata, which is coming on June 26th.
It's going to be the definitive edition, with
the definitive
everything in it.
It's going to be June 26, 2018.
But that's cross-platform. That'll be for every console.
Yeah, but that gave us a little brief of, what it might look like because they gave us a trailer of that. And then following that, coming February 22nd, another February game, is Metro Exodus.
That's my game.
You were waiting for a really long time.
I'm super, super excited for Metro Exodus. We get a little bit more on the story. We don't get much gameplay, though. There was little trailers, little teasers about it. But man, I love it because now we know that some parts of the world have been cleansed, so you don't need the mask outside as often anymore. and now basically where they were, Moscow, is clear. So now they're traveling beyond, you know, where I forgot the main hub, the main base that they went to, or they were. But now they're traveling away from that and finding other survivors. And now we find out there's human enemies. There's going to be more monsters. It's a whole new ball game again, and it's going to be very interesting to see where this story goes now.
Yes, and the biggest shock that came out of Microsoft that's actually going to be in Sony, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, it's going to be more at Sony?
Well, they didn't say that. It was just
I didn't.
Yeah, but you know it's going to be Sony too because they. But Kingdom Hearts 3, like, wow, for the first time it's going to be on Xbox. And it's coming out actually January 29th, not February. I actually meant January.
It's January. No, I remember.
January 29th, yeah. And
we got to see
looked
gameplay.
Amazing, yeah. It looked really, really amazing.
They added Frozen, which was really like, whoa.
Yeah, Frozen, Wreck-It Ralph.
Hercules is back.
Hercules is back, man.
I'm
really
excited.
amazing.
I'm excited. I still have to get the I got the first Kingdom Hearts Definitive Collection. We got to get the second one, and then when 3 comes out, we'll have that.
But Kingdom Hearts 3 looks so amazing.
We finally got a date. After 3 years and delays, we finally have a date. Let's hope that they stick to this
So
one.
guys, mark on calendars that Kingdom Hearts is coming for both Xbox and PlayStation on January 29th of 2019. So that's going to be something that's going to be
2019
the
is
great
shaping up to be
beginning
big.
of
It's shaping up to be
2019.
very,
Yes.
very big.
So now, on to Sea of Thieves, which is the exclusives that we were talking about.
Right.
2 new maps were added.
I feel like they really took, when it came to this, it was a trailer only.
Right.
I feel like it's something that would have come right, and it did come right off of the Sea of Thieves YouTube. They have a little, animated beginning, and then this sailor gives an orb, and she's talking about. First, she was talking about the cursed sails. Is it called?
Yeah, the Cursed Sails, which is coming out next month.
Right.
That's the first.
Which is basically, that's going to be in July, and it's just going to be skeleton pirate ships out on the open seas.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to be like really hectic. And then
there's rumors that the Flying Dutchman might actually also be the enemy there as well.
For that.
But then, in 2 months, in September,
Forsaken Shores.
and that's where they're going to be expanding the map. And now we know it's going to be a dark part of the map as well. It's going to be volcanoes. It's going to be fire. And
Yeah, so with millions and millions of hours of gameplay of Sea of Thieves, now we're going to be getting not 1 but 2 maps.
Well, not 2 maps. We're going to be getting 2 expansions.
Well, 2 expansions to the Sea of Thieves, and that one sounds really exciting.
And again, this plays off of what I was saying about Sea of Thieves at the very beginning of this video, that it was a base game at launch, but slowly they're adding stuff that is actually building the game up. Now, I know a lot of people would have rather have had all of this at launch, but then again, the first goal with Sea of Thieves was to become Pirate Legend, which I'm still working my way towards. I have not made it there yet. And then after that, we have like this month's the Megalodon. The end of May was the Hungering Deep, and now we're passing Hungering Deep. It's ending starting next Tuesday. It's going to be done. Now we're going into the Cursed Sails next month. Then we have July and August, and then September we're going into the map expansion. And all of this is free. There's no season pass for Sea of Thieves.
Nope.
It's all completely and utterly free. And that actually brings me back to Fallout, which I believe when it comes to Fallout, I will probably be getting the season pass this time around, because I did miss out on a lot of stuff with Fallout 4 because I didn't get the season pass. There are a lot of games that I know I want a season pass for, and then there are a lot of games where I'd rather wait and see what they're going to offer before a season pass, especially after all the passes we did and didn't get in the past couple of years.
Yep. And then we get the pre-order that you could pre-order Battlefield 5 in the Xbox store. So that was just a little giveaway right there.
They just threw that in there. Little nod back to EA.
Right. And then there was an exclusive world premiere of Forza Horizon 4.
I'm not a racing fan. I do
not
not like
either.
racing games.
But
the
dynamic seasons in open world that
was
the
amazing.
seasons change everything.
And
like the whole community of players you can meet as well.
But the map is an open world race map. It is open. Well, we all know that Forza has always been intricate.
Yeah, because they show gameplay, and this was actually action-packed fun,
It's
not just a racing
what did I
game.
put it down? I put down it's a shared community.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah, the seasons change around you, and it's easy to interact
And
with
it opens
people.
up certain things on the map, like when the lake froze over, you were able to drive across the lake then in the winter.
And this video game you can expect coming out October 2nd of this year.
And it's free if you have the Game Pass, which they did actually build on the Game Pass later on.
They
I just
build a
want to
lot of
mention
things
that.
on Game Passes
The
today.
only reason why I might pay the $10 a month extra for the Game Pass, but I would still want my games physically. So even if I had the Game Pass, yes, I'd still get certain games digitally, but I'd still buy my games physically as well.
Yes, but you can pre-order this now for October 2nd,
Mhm.
which is just like right around the corner.
Unless you have Amazon, and Amazon still is only putting out digital orders.
Well,
for
we're
most
not
of the
going to get
games.
into that.
No.
So then we get into the initiative of the 4 new companies that were opening up.
Unbelievable. They actually, Xbox is reaching out. See, this is what annoys me about Sony. Sony is very about themselves. And again, but Sony had so many really great exclusives this year. But again, Microsoft, and this is why I'm actually considering at some point trading out our Xbox One for an Xbox One X, because they actually did say they're not looking to make a new console for the next while, which could be years. And by now, the Xbox One X has probably gone down in price. And we're not buying it now anyway. We're talking about maybe
Somewhere
to
down the
end,
lane.
maybe towards the end of the year, middle of the year. Like, we'll keep an eye if there's like a big sale, we'll grab it. Beside the point, Microsoft, and you'll tell which companies joined because you took those notes, I did not. Microsoft is really looking to bring in as many companies as they can to work with, and that gave us a few very good games
and they
so
gave
far.
us 4.
Right, and one of them was actually Undead Labs, which
Yes.
is the one that makes State of Decay.
Yeah,
and that's how they got State
Zombie
of Decay 2.
Survival. But the others that were added were Playground Games, which was a big, huge thing
Yeah, I saw a lot of racing games from them.
for that. Ninja Theory and Compulsion Games. And there was actually something about Compulsion Games of where you could pre-order it today, with trailers shown. And that's actually going to be coming out on August 10th, 2018. Now, I don't know. I kind of found it weird looking.
Markiplier's played it. Several other gamers have played the demos for it. What was it? We Happy Few.
Yeah, we.
I'm not interested in. I mean, the game
look
looks
kinda
really
weird.
cool. It looks cool, but it's not my. It's like it tries to be a. It looks like it's a horror game mixed with adventure, mixed with sci-fi, or some type of a twist to it. It looks cool.
I don't know. It didn't catch me really.
It didn't. No, it didn't catch me either. I said it looks cool, but it's
Yeah.
not something that I think I would spend.
I just found it very weird.
Yeah, I don't think I would. I don't think I'll be grabbing this at release. Maybe later on, but it didn't catch me really either. Because I've seen gameplay of it. I've seen demo gameplay of it, and it's just not my thing. I don't think. I mean,
know.
we don't all. We all have different tastes. That's not my. I mean, Forza is. I'm not a racing fan per se, but Forza grabbed me. I mean, I was gonna get, if you remember, the Crew 2, and I ended up waiting on that because I didn't know what was coming with the season pass. But Forza out of the gate, I'm probably gonna get that in the season pass for it, unless it's the way they've been doing it, which I heard is very bad, where it's a season pass and then you buy other stuff outside of the season pass. I might just get the DLC as it comes out instead. I don't know.
There was a console launch exclusive for a PlayerUnknown Battleground.
The new winter map is coming to Xbox soon,
Yes.
which is really cool.
And there are 2 actually biggest world premieres that came after this. First one is Tales of Vespera, which is the definitive edition.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, it's kind of like the other one, Nior,
yeah.
Nier.
I don't know. I
But
found,
I
I
like
found
the
this that
anime
grabbed
in it.
me. It's coming
The
this
anime
winter, by
grabbed
the
it.
way. It's coming this winter,
The
by the
anime
way.
grabbed me for it. I like it. I want to see more. They showed a little bit of gameplay for it, but I want to see a little bit more before I invest in something like that, because it's one of those type of MMO games, like Final Fantasy kind of.
And how about this? That you could sign up for beta today. Division 2.
And I actually did sign up for. That was the Spotlight. I think I actually
It's
spotlighted this on
actually
my
going to come
notes.
out, I think, March 15th.
It is.
Yeah, March 15th
I have it down.
of
March 15,
2019. So we'll be seeing that. But you could play the beta,
but-
which is going to have some stuff in it.
What I liked was
Well,
we got a trailer,
We did.
and at first you didn't know it was Division 2 until towards the end when you kind of started figuring it out.
Yeah.
But we were talking about this, myself, Alan, even Eagle. Our guess was always that the next game was going to go to the heart and Eagle was pushing it a lot, that it was going to go to the heart of where the infestation started and right where it all began, and that was Washington, D.C. And lo and behold, that's exactly where Division 2 is going. And we got to see gameplay, and this time around, I guess because they already know, I'm sure Ubisoft knows that we know already what to expect from Division because we've been playing it right along. There's some new stuff that they added. The gameplay looks great. The graphics were definitely up. Now we have armored antagonists that you got to shoot the armor off of before you can start taking them down. Which I like that now. Instead of just having that little white bar at the top that shows armor, we actually see the armor. And as we take the armor off, as the armor bar goes down, the armor falls off of the character as well. I really do like where they're going with Division 2. I'm super excited. By the end of the game, I was like, shut up and take my money. I'm ready for Division 2 because Division 1 was excellent. This game looks like it's going to be 1,000 times huger. Not huger, but it's going to be on par with Division 1. I'm very excited for it. I will definitely be getting the Season Pass for this because the Season Pass for Division 1 was freaking spectacular.
It was.
So, the stuff that they added from the Season Pass was spectacular. So I'm not even going to question Division 2. I'm just going to be getting it with the Season Pass. It looked amazing. That was one of the spotlights of the Microsoft conference. But that is not console exclusive. I believe that Xbox gets the DLC first, though. I believe they get it a month ahead of PlayStation. However, I still will be getting it for the PlayStation 4.
Yes. And then after that, there was a Game Pass to play over 100 games. And they said, like, Fast Start was coming with an update in June. And I heard Halo coming later this year. That's what I heard one of them speak about. And then we saw some games that
maybe
are going to be
old
coming.
Halo games.
Right, and there's going to be many games that are coming out that were shown like 3-4 seconds and stuff like that.
Yeah, the indie games. I think I just wrote it down as indie games. They do that every year. Yeah, they do like a slideshow of indie games.
This next one is a pre-order for September 14, 2018. For those of you Tomb Raider fans, we're getting another Tomb Raider game, and they have the Croft Edition pre-order, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
I did not see the Croft Edition, but I do know we have the regular edition.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I mean, this game, I mean, she's just going through all these adventures, and there's like so many artifacts and stuff like that. Like I've seen, there's so many puzzles and everything. Like Tomb Raiders is just really, really out there. Like many Tomb Raider fans were happy to know that this game was coming out for that.
I'm very happy about
So for September 14th, you guys are going to be definitely getting that. And then there was a little bit of a skateboarding thing they showed for Session.
Session, that was the name of the game.
Yeah, it's alright.
It's kind of like Tony Hawk.
They should have added that in EA. I don't know why, because it's a
Tony
sport.
Hawk probably doesn't want to skate.
Well, let's not get into that. Then there's an exclusive of Black Desert. That's actually
that was
beta,
another game kind of like.
And that beta is coming out beginning in the fall, so we're gonna get more about that.
That I really wasn't interested in. I like the other one a little bit more.
Yeah, and let's talk about the world premiere of the long-awaited game of another Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry 5, and it's been 10 years since they made Devil May Cry 4. Fun fact, actually.
Yes, but at the same time, in between that 10 years, they made DMC.
Right.
And I was angry watching this trailer because it's called Devil May Cry 5, but they're using the Dante from DMC with white hair. Now he has short white hair, so he's not as emo. He has that white hair, so he kind of has that classic look, but it's the same personality, it's the same character, it's the same stuff that everybody hated with DMC in this game. But then, after the trailer, we get to see our original Dante cycling in on a motorcycle, and he's older now, he's got a beard, and I know a lot of people were complaining, oh, it's old man Dante now, but at least
that's the Dante we know.
At least it's confirmed that Dante is part of this world, that Devil May Cry 1 through 4 did happen in this world, and this guy who's called Dante, or was he even called Dante in DMC? I don't even know.
He was Dante.
Yeah. Well, this is a second Dante compared to the original. The original one is still around and is part of that universe. There was a really bad taste in my mouth after watching gameplay of DMC and that big middle finger to fans where you had that wig fall on Dante's head and he's like, not in a million years, and he rips it off, and it's kind of like a big, F you, we're not doing that Dante anymore, we're going with DMC. But that game got such bad reviews. When I saw this game, I'm like, are they kidding? At first, I thought it was going to be called DMC 2. I'm like, are they really bringing out another DMC game after it failed so badly? Fans did. I mean, there was a fan base.
It's been 10 years since
There
DMC
was a fan.
4.
There was a Devil May Cry 4. There was a fan base for DMC. I'm not saying there wasn't for the new version of Dante, but it wasn't as strong as the Devil May Cry one. Everybody wanted the original Dante back, but I guess that Devil May Cry 5 is trying to appease the old fans along with the new fans of the franchise. And I could back that up. I'll probably never get DMC, at least not a brand new copy of it. Maybe I'll get a used copy from GameStop at some point. But I would, I might support the Devil May Cry 5. I might try it out because we do have all the other Devil May Cries on PlayStation 3, and they've just remastered all of them for PlayStation 4. As soon as that goes down, I'll probably get the newer system version of it. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Next is the console launch exclusive, Cuphead in the Delicious Last Course, which is coming in 2019.
DLC.
So I'm thinking later in 2019 because recently
it's DLC.
Cuphead,
Yeah. For fans of Cuphead, they're getting
that.
DLC, and I like that they threw in stuff like that also in the conference. They threw
But
in
an
DLC.
exclusive that looks actually really fun, Tunic. A tiny fox that goes on all these great adventures. Now
that's more his type of game.
It kind of looked like Legend of Zelda when like he was cutting through all the.
You're
bushes
talking
and
about
stuff
Ocarina
like
of Time or not
no, the
Ocarina.
first Link game, the one that came out for the Nintendo.
Oh, you're talking about Legends of Zelda. Period.
Yeah.
Okay.
That Legend of Zelda, not the N64.
I was thinking Wind Waker.
card.
The graphics reminded me of a little bit.
All right, well, it has maybe a little bit of that, but I like that it had like that little fox adventure. So I think that was actually really cool, Tunic, and it's coming to the Xbox
It's nice
store.
because they're not only displaying games for adults, they're showing games for all ages, which is really cool.
Now we go to the world premiere. This game, Jump Force. Now, at first when I saw Naruto, I was thinking they were doing a Naruto Shippuden.
No, the first thing you saw, in the
you
trailer,
saw Naruto first.
In the trailer, you got to see the ship first, the ship
King
from
Cold's,
One Piece.
Freezer.
No, you got to see One Piece's pirate ship in the very beginning.
I thought it was Frieza's ship you saw.
After you saw Luffy's
After
ship,
that.
then you saw Frieza's ship. Then
Maybe
you saw Naruto.
that one, yeah. But
at first I thought it was another one of the One Piece games.
yeah, but you got Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and One Piece all together in one, and they were in the making.
There's
going to
be more. It's shown in Jump, basically. That's why it's called Jump Force.
Right, but it looked really amazing. You got Goku in
Dude,
there.
the graphics
You
are
got
sick.
Naruto. You got from One Piece.
Luffy.
Luffy, yeah. And it's coming in 2019. There's no date, but I'm so hyped up for this game.
I think that was a teaser. I think they might show more at next year's E3.
Maybe, but oh my god, the hype was real for that one. So I am definitely going to be putting that on my list of games I'm going to get. Definitely. And Dying Light 2 you want to talk about, actually.
That was
which is
world
coming to the
premiere.
Xbox store.
World premiere, and it's going to be on all the systems, which I'm glad. I was worried that was going to be an Xbox.
And it's
only.
first-person view. This video game is based on the choices you make.
Oh yeah,
all that.
well, what happened is, now Dying Light 1 was a huge, super popular game. It was huge. So huge that they actually added a second part to the game, which they had to re-release. They did re-release the game, which we got called Dying Light: The Follow. And our older brother, is a huge fan of Dying Light, and I'm a fan of Dying Light. That's the company that split away from Dead Island. The company that made Dead Island 1 split into two, and what happened was one half of the company went on to make Dead Island 2, which is coming out, I believe, at the end of the year. We didn't hear anything about that. Maybe it'll be on the PlayStation side.
Maybe.
But the other half of the company went on to make Dying Light. Dying Light, I would say, is out of the two games, I would pick Dying Light over Dead Island any day. Because Riptide, all those other games, they didn't hold me as much as Dying Light did. And now, like Michael just said, now the game is going by your choices. You make decisions, right? You make decisions in the game that impact the world, and there are hundreds of thousands of different
environment changes too.
These are hundreds of decisions, and yes, it will change your very environment.
And at night, things get even darker
because you have the nightmares.
The nightmares thing.
I think I don't remember what they're called, but yes, they're back as well. So nighttime is even more dangerous now.
So we're going to be looking forward to seeing that.
Oh hell yeah! I'm definitely grabbing that game when it comes out. I'm very excited for Dying Light 2.
There was an exclusive world premiere of Battletoads, actually.
Well, they didn't premiere anything except the title.
The title. But we did get that's going to be a 3-player game coming in 2019.
Yeah.
That's
it's
the
going to be
only
a 3-player on couch or co-op online
Right.
playing game.
So that one's going to be actually good. So we just got the title of that. We have a world premiere that's coming out December 4th, Just Cause 4.
Now, I played Just Cause 3. I enjoyed it for a while, and it's one of those games where you just blow up the environment. You blow things up, you destroy compounds, take them over, and then you move on. It feels like, the formula never changes. It's the same thing, and that's what you saw in the trailer as well. I think we hiccuped a little bit there, but it's really a lot of the same thing. So, Just Cause 4, maybe. That's like a maybe. When did they say it was coming out? Did they give
December
a release?
4th.
It's coming out December. I might put it on my Christmas list.
All
I
right.
don't see myself personally going out to buy it. It really also depends on what else is coming out. If nothing's coming out in December at all, or if there's only a handful of games coming out in December, I might buy it because not a lot's coming out. But if I have a lot coming out, that would probably be on the I'll wait and see what happens later list.
Yes, and not just that world premiere. We have two last world premieres. Gears Pop.
And that one.
Coming in 2019. Now, I thought that was a little like saying, okay, maybe we're not going to get some Gears of War, but maybe something down the line. Because there was Gears Tactics that's coming out as well.
That looks like Halo Wars.
It's
like a Halo Wars, and it is mobile.
But, guys, we are getting Gears 5. Gears of War 5.
All we got was a teaser trailer, though.
We did, which is coming in 2019. I like the girl side of the story.
It's going to come out in holiday 2019. I could already feel it because they're going to bring gameplay next E3.
But
I know
wow, just that whole thing, and that guy who was being really jerky. I really wanted to slap him.
JD, he worries about her. That's why you have to play Gears of War 4 to understand.
Yeah, but wasn't he kind of being a jerk?
A little bit because he the symbol
Like saying,
that
okay, we got to move on and everything.
We do because the symbol on that she was showing was a hive symbol. Or not a hive symbol. Oh God, I forgot what it was. But he's worried that she's acting out of character because she's being mind controlled by the relic.
And
I did like Marcus. Yeah. My concern is I think his voice is different.
You don't think he sounds?
I don't think it's Bender, the voice of Bender. I don't think it was the voice of Bender that did him in Gears 4 as well. I gotta look back and check my.
Yeah, but the guy who goes with her, and then she was like pointing a gun and like saying, "What did you say to JD?"
Yeah, she seems like she's getting very what's the word?
Suspicious?
Not suspicious. Oh my God, when you like
when you're thinking
like she thinks the world's against her. Oh my God, what's that word?
Betrayal?
No, not betrayal. She whatever. She thinks that everybody's out to get her now, so she's kind of like very overcautious.
Yes, and then we got just a little bit of just cyberpunk. Hashtag
yeah,
cyberpunk.
they were ending the show, and then what they did was they made like a little cheeky, like the show went down, and then it opened up in Cyberpunk 2077 was like
2077. That's what
was like
it
the
was.
last
I forgot the numbers.
trailer that they showed. It looks okay. Probably something I won't be getting.
Yeah, but this Microsoft, everyone, this was definitely a knockout of the park. Like this, it's top chart for me so far. Bless you.
Thank you.
And see, it's true. So
I agree. This was
so for me. It's got other conferences have got to wow me to beat Xbox.
Well, to be fair, Xbox was a console. I don't think gaming companies will. PlayStation, Sony,
that I'm waiting for.
Has something. They got a big conference to follow up on, and we'll see Sony tomorrow.
Yeah, Sony will definitely be covered tomorrow, along with
Square Enix and Ubisoft.
Yeah, Square Enix, Ubisoft, because we're not doing the PC like we said.
Yeah, we're not covering PC, but I'm really curious to see if PlayStation has the ability to one this up. I mean, they showed off 50 games, regardless if they were just teasers or little spotlights. They showed world premieres, cross-console game world premieres that obviously either PlayStation will build on that a little bit more, or those are games we already know are coming out, so now will PlayStation have even more stuff to show us, or are we going to get a lot of what we already found out from Xbox?
So there's a lot of stuff on Microsoft that we'll definitely be looking forward to towards this year and coming next year.
Oh, yeah, so definitely Microsoft so far has taken
it's
has put a huge
far.
mark.
But we're gonna see.
We'll see if PlayStation does better.
And let's see Bethesda, our intake on that, which will be in the next video after that. So stay tuned for that.
So let's see if PlayStation will be able to one up Xbox or if Xbox took E3 this year. But anyway,
Find out.
till the next video, everybody, thank you so much for being here with us. Links in the description below for all social media connected to Dark Avenger C86 and myself. Also, 2 links down below. One is for the Comic Frontline Discord. If you like to talk comics, TV, movies, video games, and more, come join us on Comic Frontline. We have tons of different things, a little bit for everyone on there. And if you are a gaming fan, definitely go check out the Dysfunctional Gaming Discord. Wonderful community of gamers and streamers. They have been nothing but welcoming for me ever since I joined. And they've just a wonderful group of people that you can get together with, play games with, or just be on their streams and talk with. Wonderful people to talk to on the Discord in general. Definitely go check out Dysfunctional Gaming Comic Frontline.
Yes.
Till the next video, everybody, take care, keep reading, keep collecting, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
There, everyone.